Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to the Muscle of Yarn podcast. We're back. We took an unexpected vacation last week.
We talk about it in outtakes.
Yes, and by vacation, I mean not vacation, but
the opposite.
the opposite of vacation. So stick around for the outtakes if you want to hear the gory details of that and other things. So this is a Muscle of Yarn podcast. We are a knitting, yarn, sometimes crocheting, sometimes other fiber-related things podcast. We are coming to you from our yarn store in Shelburne, Vermont.
Yep.
Where we sell all things knitting, crocheting,
most things
fiber-related,
Right.
and other fun accessories related to the craft. And you can find the store out on all forms of social media as Muscle of Yarn.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm Angela.
And I'm Kelly.
And you can find me out on social media. That would be Instagram and Ravelry as Junior Bird Kid.
And I was almost just like,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, me too.
You can find me on Ravelry as Kelly Spins, and you can find me on Instagram as Kelly O Spins.
And we do have a podcast and store mascot. This is Gage.
I thought you were going to say, and we do have a podcast.
We do have a podcast. Isn't it amazing?
And you can find it.
Congratulations, you found our podcast.
We do have one.
We haven't even had any cake. Like, this is no sugar.
Nope.
What is this all about? All right, so this is our mascot. This is Gage. Gage is a meerkat.
I don't even know what episode we have to go back to.
You know what? At this point, I don't even know where that all started.
That was that.
It was that one game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're like in outtakes.
Said
First
something.
person who
Comments
meerkat.
Gets a prize.
That was, I think, kind of late summer.
Yeah, and it just took off from there. So it's a thing. We also have pocket meerkats. We still have those. If you would like one, if you put an order into the store, in the comment section, just indicate you want a pocket meerkat, and we'll throw one into your order.
Oh, I had to sneeze so bad. Oh, it didn't come though.
But if you would like a pocket meerkat and for whatever reason you are not able or don't want to put an order into the store, just email us and we will make those arrangements. We do have a small charge for those. It's like $1.50. So
Instagram, because they changed their algorithms and
again,
but a while ago, but things aren't chronological, and
yeah.
So it took me forever. It was a number of weeks ago when she posted it, but there's somebody on Instagram who posted a picture of her pocket meerkat in the toilet.
Oh, I missed that one.
I know. Her toddler had thrown it in.
Those toddlers.
And I was like, oh no. I'm like, well, we've got plenty more where that came from, so let us know if he doesn't survive your toddler. She's like, so far.
Mine so far have survived my two kids, so...
Yeah. But she did comment on the quality of the material that we printed them on.
That it was good?
Because it survived the toilet.
I will pass that on to the printer. He will get a kick out of that.
It was really funny. But I saw that post and I had to comment on it because I was like, oh my god, that's too fun.
If our meerkat looks a little worse for wear, it's because my kids like to play with, and also the dog. Sometimes the dog... My dog makes some appearances in some earlier podcasts, and then we had to ban her from the podcast because she's
a little bit
she's
loud.
A puppy, and she's loud, and she's a lab, and she wants to be in everybody's business.
The ghost curtain, though, that was the best.
That was the best. Yes, the ghost curtain.
Gosh, I'm really sidetracking.
I know.
I'm sorry.
It's like, what? Kelly, who are you? That's usually my job. But the dog likes to just pick up random stuffies. Like, poor Elmo in my house has just gotten, and she doesn't really chew. She chews on her own toys, but she just will pick it up and carry it around, and you're like, drop it's not yours. It's like she knows it's not hers and she wants somebody to pay attention to her, so her solution is to go pick up something that's not hers.
Yeah.
Because she's a dog.
Yep.
She's 13 months old. And she's a lab. And if people aren't paying attention to her, she gets upset.
That's what my dogs do sometimes. They actually... I keep a towel, especially, not so much this time of year, but like fall and spring, I keep a towel down by the doors because then they come in. If their like bellies are muddy or whatever, I can kind of dry them off as best as possible. Well, they got really angry at me because there was one day where I had to change up my morning routine because I had to be in an appointment early. Mm-hmm. So I got up, I went out to the barn, did my barn chores, they go with me, and then I came back in and fed them. And usually I'll sit down, have my breakfast and tea and things like that. But I had to, like, go hop in the shower so that I could,
Go do what you need to do.
Do what I need to do.
Yeah.
And they got really angry and shredded this bath towel. Just, ripped it to shreds. And I was like, I thought we were past that point. But
yeah.
They're 6 and 7.
Okay, doesn't give me comfort. Mine's 13 months. But she's still very puppy. She's got a lot of puppy in her still. So anyway. If Gage starts to look a little worse for wear, that's why. She gets manhandled regularly at my house. But she does need a new hat and scarf. I have to get on that.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, I put a Santa hat away when we were packing up the
Christmas
Christmas
You can make her
stuff.
a teeny tiny Leviosa.
I don't think I want to do that math.
She's probably a Slytherin, like you.
Probably.
I could see it.
Probably.
Or we could just make her 4 in all of the house colors and just trade.
I could just do stripes. I have yarn left over from from the hats. So
there you go.
Anyway, come up with something.
Yeah.
It doesn't really take a lot of yarn to knit a hat for a stuffed animal.
Especially one of her size.
Yeah. Now, Elmo, on the other hand, would probably take a toddler size hat. So
yeah, he's
big.
Pretty big dude.
He's big. So, all right, we have totally, completely and utterly derailed.
We really have.
This.
Yeah.
So we like to start our podcast 10 minutes in. With our pick of the week.
You can just take the whole intro out and put it at the outtakes. Because it kind of is.
So it's just going to be that podcast.
Yeah.
That's probably going to be the title too. It's just that podcast.
It's just that podcast. You guys are used to it.
I know.
It's just how we are, especially if we haven't been
seeing each other for a while.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we start podcasts with picks of the week, and the way this works is the product that we show, or products. I think we have 2 this time.
Mm-hmm. They're sisters.
Yeah, they're sister products, but you get 10% off for 2 weeks with the code that we'll give you in the online store and in store. So if you're local to us and you come in, just remind us, hey, podcast, pick of the week, because literally I've picked the pick of the week before, been here working on Saturday, and had somebody come in and be like, the pick of the week, and I was like, I don't know. It was literally like the day before, so I
know. Once you're like done with that information, you have to clear it out for
it just goes away.
Other stuff.
It just goes away.
Yeah.
So there was that.
Yeah.
So yeah, just give us a little reminder.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we got for pick the week this week?
So our picks, and I forgot to look at the pricing on these because I was not doing my job.
Why don't you talk and I will look them up.
Okay, you look them up.
Okay.
We have both from Brown Sheep Yarn Company in Nebraska. We have their Lamb's Pride worsted, which are all of these down here on the bottom, and we have their Lana Loft. And so the reason I said they're sisters are they both have wool in them, but the Lamb's Pride has a bit of mohair too. They're both really great yarns for felting. Felting's been kind of coming back. We've been seeing a lot more people doing bags and slippers and things like that again. So these yarns are great for that. And these aren't all of the colors that we have. This is just a selection that I pulled. It's a lot of the colors that we have. But there are a few other colors that are over there that I didn't stuff in here.
So the Lamb's Pride worsted is $12 a skein.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lana Loft is $9.50
Cool.
a skein,
Okay.
according to the website.
Yeah, prices have gone up. Most companies, they're going, a lot of the skeins are going up by like $1, between 50 cents and $1. So there's a number of factors that are playing into the cost going up. But I won't get into that now. But just so you're aware, but the price did go up on this just right around the end of the year. But it should be staying steady for a while anyway. We hope. Let's hope. So anyway.
We have a ton of colors.
Yeah, there's a ton of colors. Great for sweaters, color work sweaters if you want to. A lot of these yarns will work. The Lopi pattern, so if you found one of the Lopi patterns, is a little bit softer than the Lopi, which is a nice lamic. So this is kind of fun for those sweaters as well. But you can use it for so many things. And
nice
felting too, because it is great for that.
And it's they're great, good value for the yardage.
Yep. Yep. I can read that information to you too, in case you're not familiar with their yarns. So they are 100 gram skeins and 160 yards for the Lana Loft, which is the all wool. And then let's see if I can get this guy out of here. And these guys are 113 grams because they're 4-ounce skeins and 190 yards for the Lamb's Pride, which most of you guys I'm sure are probably fairly familiar with these yarns. They've been around for a long time and haven't changed much. So they're great staple yarns. These are both worsted weights. So with all of those worsted weight sweaters patterns out there, these would be really nice options.
Yeah.
So anyway,
nice.
10% off.
Yep.
We should do, I think, what?
Weekly pick Lana Loft. Is that too complicated?
Sheep.
Weekly pick sheep.
Weekly
pick sheep. Sheep.
For brown sheep. Yep. Awesome. Cool. All right. So that's our pick of the week this week. Our picks of the week this week.
And we do link these products directly in our show notes, which you can find on our website. And there's a link in the YouTube down bar to the show notes on our website.
Yep.
So, yeah. So what you wearing, Kyle?
I'm wearing my larch.
You are getting a ton of use out of that.
Yes. So between this and my Willow Creek, they're like the two. Oh, and my other one, the Rowan one, the purple one. Those 3 sweaters, because they're all really kind of cozy and warm, they're all styled a little differently. They're just great sweaters, and I've been wearing the heck out of them.
Nice.
But this one I wear especially on days when it's kind of cold.
Yeah. Yesterday the wind kicked up at the end of the day.
It
was
did.
nasty.
It really did, and it brought in that, because yesterday the day was like in the 30s.
Yeah.
And then the cold front moved in over kind of in the evening, late afternoon into the evening, and it got really cold really quickly. And
yes, it did.
this morning when I got up at my house, it was like 1 degree.
Yeah, it was cold.
But at least there's no wind, and it's so sunny. It's really, really sunny today.
Really sunny.
So if you're just kind of right out in the sun.
It's not bad.
No, you don't
nice.
notice how cold that it is.
Yep.
It's like 13.
Yep. But we're all getting ready for Snowmageddon up here, because apparently something's coming. It'll probably fizzle out and we'll get like 2 inches. I don't think so.
No, I don't know.
I don't
because
think so.
that front that was kind of they were talking about, because we're supposed to have a mix down in southern Vermont and like through Massachusetts and all that whole area.
Yeah.
That's changed, so it's like a bigger band of snow. More people are going to get more snow, and we're kind of. So Burlington is in the 12 possible inch band, and then we're we're a little bit south where both Ange and I live. She's probably going to get more than me because
we're a little higher up elevation.
Yeah. And we're kind of on the edge of the 12. You're very much in the 18 inch of what the national news
Yeah.
is saying.
I mean, we have way more snow at my house than is even here at the store. So
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right.
So I don't know. They're saying somewhere between 1 and 2 feet of snow.
So you'll appreciate this. At dinner last night, I said, "So apparently we're getting snow," and my husband was like, "Oh, really?" And I was like, "Yeah, somebody told me today that we're supposed to get 10 inches on Saturday and 10 inches on Sunday." And William goes, "No, we're supposed to get 18 inches." And I was like, "Yeah, that's basically the same thing."
It's really funny.
Yeah, it's not funny.
That's
I was like, well, yep, 18 inches and 20 inches over 2 days is kind of the same thing.
it's a lot of snow.
9 and 9 or 10 and 10.
But we really haven't had tons of snow this year. So
No.
far, we've had a few storms.
Yeah.
And the mountains, the mountains have gotten quite a bit. And where my in-laws live, they're in the Northeast Kingdom, which
that generally has more snow.
they usually get more snow. Because there's a couple storms where we got maybe a couple inches and they got like 10. So,
yeah.
But that's the way it is up there, that way.
It
So.
totally is. So I am wearing my Zwag, which I did not finish in time for Rhinebeck.
So close.
So close.
I know.
So close. I figured should just bust it out. Because it's really comfortable and I like it. I like it a lot. So that's what I'm wearing. I got some socks on, but I don't really feel like throwing my feet up on screen. And I had a shawl on. I actually have a shawl listed in show notes, but I took it off because it was too hot.
Down there. It's really
Here, I'll
pretty.
show it to you.
It
It's
goes
my
really well with
Aubrey
hers.
triple wrap shawl. It's my fall colors.
So pretty.
Thank you.
I might steal that too.
Okay. I probably at some point wouldn't notice so much stuff. I just have pull out other shawls to wear. I have like a whole basket of them.
Yeah. My biggest problem was I had a whole bunch that I had to wash because I wore them so much, and I finally did it. Now I have more to rotate through. But I've been like in such a sweater place this year.
Yeah.
I've been just really loving wearing my hand knit sweaters.
Yeah.
And I think some of it's like most of mine are now pullovers, so it's no fuss, no muss. Kind of like with dresses, you pull on a dress and you're good, and you're out the door. Like sweaters, sort of the same. You just pull it on, you don't have to worry about.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Yep. So I have my one finished object.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I only have one.
No, it's mine.
Kelly and I collectively have one finished object.
You finished it, but it's mine. She already gave it to me.
I already gave it to her. So the Leviosa hat is done.
And she's really giving it to me, you
And
guys.
I really am giving it to her because I am not a Gryffindor. As Kelly already alluded to earlier, and we talk about ad nauseum at the end, I am in House Slytherin. Which, if you read the descriptions and you watch this podcast at all, should not surprise anybody.
It really didn't surprise me when she told me.
It doesn't surprise me either.
And I don't mean that in a bad way.
No.
I really don't. And it shouldn't be taken that way either.
I will say, if you have not read the Harry Potter books, and you are planning on reading the Harry Potter books, fast forward about 30 seconds to a minute. Because
She doesn't want to give anything away.
Right. I'm going to talk about some stuff that if you want to remain surprised, fast forward. So my husband and son are reading the books right now. They're in book 5. So when I announced that I was in House Slytherin, I got the, what? Oh my god.
They gave her a hard time about being a Slytherin. They're like, haha, you're a Slytherin.
But I'm going to have the last laugh because they have not finished book 7. And when they finish book 7, they will find out Slytherin saved the day. So, anyway. All right. Here you go, Gryffindor.
Yay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Isn't it the best?
It is the best.
Best.
It is the best. Does it actually fit?
Probably my hair's up, so
Oh, okay.
I'm sure it
Don't
does.
catch it in a float because I didn't tack the float. Some of the floats are long,
care.
but I was like, it's a hat.
Look at the inside, you guys. It's so pretty.
You could almost wear it inside out.
No, look how pretty the inside is.
Clearwork's so cool.
I know.
It's so pretty. So I am going to make... You're welcome. So I'm going to make myself a Slytherin hat.
Awesome.
Because why not?
Why not?
And actually, I think I found stash yarn to do it with. So, even cooler.
That is cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Super fun.
It is super fun.
Super fun.
I almost wear my hair down. If I had, then I would put it on, but I don't want to stretch it all out because I have a ton of hair.
Yeah. Here, I'll try it on.
Okay.
So you guys can see it on.
There you go.
Because I should probably take that out because that will catch on the flips.
So cute. So cute.
Isn't it awesome?
Uh-huh. I love it. Leviosa.
Leviosa. Then Kelly and I will have matching hats.
I know.
So the other thing I was telling Kelly, which is really funny, is I signed up for a Harry Potter themed knitting bag club thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so they also did a sorting hat thing and sent you a survey, and you took the survey. So I just got a notice that it shipped. They didn't tell you which house you got sorted into. So I'm waiting to see if
it matches up.
If it matches up. It probably shipped because some of the questions were very similar to the ones on Pottermore.
Yep.
So we'll see. But I will laugh if it's something else. Because then I'll be like, I don't know what I am. I'm a chameleon.
I would go by the Pottermore one.
Yeah. So I might have some more House Slytherin things showing up, which would be cool. Funny.
Probably people have like a main house, but then there's probably certain traits that you could
Well, I mean, the
other.
thing is, if you read the descriptions of a lot of them, they have a lot of crossover traits.
Yeah.
So it's, I guess, determining which of those slide back anyway. So it's yeah. It's a lot of time spent on a fictional
I
book,
know.
but anyway,
it's still fun though.
Fun. It's super fun. So anyway, go snakes. That's all right. I kind of like green and black and silver anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So. All right. So that's the Leviosa update.
People might confuse you with a as an Eagles fan though.
That would be tragic. Be very tragic. I'm a Giants fan, for the record, which is why that's mildly offensive. Anyway. But you didn't come here to listen to us talk about football.
No.
Nope.
No, we want to talk about football. We'll talk some more yarn.
Yeah, we'll talk some more yarn. So what you've been working on nothing, right? Is that what I heard?
Yeah, I haven't seriously knit in 3 weeks. You just saw me knitting. I did one row of my Rosamond t-shirt, which I'll show you for if you have missed the podcast in a couple episodes. But I'm working on a separate outside project that is not directly knitting, which I will share with you most likely next week because it's all coming together.
Cool.
I know. So it's a little V-neck t-shirt, and I am holding 2 yarns together. I am holding Barocco Andean Mist, which is the fuzzy yarn. It's an alpaca. And then I'm holding Kingdom Fleece and Fiberworks yarn. I think was it the Jersey? Is that what I told you?
Yeah, I think so.
Which is a silk and, of course I don't have the skein in this. Oh no. Do I? Oh. Nope, I don't have it. It's the one it's a silk merino blend, and that's what it looks like on its own. It's a really pretty gold color. So with the 2 together, it's just, I'm really loving it.
Nice.
The way it's setting up. And then there's a cute mesh detail on the arms, the sleeves. And it's a little short sleeve tee. And I think it's going to be a really, really fun wearable piece when I get done with it. So.
Plus it's fuzzy.
It is fuzzy. It's so soft. So soft with that alpaca and then the silk and the merino too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it'll be too warm to wear when it gets hot out?
I probably wouldn't. I'd only wear this
the
spring, fall, winter. In the winter, I'd probably just layer it over a long sleeve tee, and then fall and spring, I could wear it on its own, or wear it with a cardigan over it or something. Keep my arms warmer.
Yep. Because I would just think with the silk can be warm, and the alpaca.
Yeah.
Fuzzy.
I probably wouldn't wear it when it gets above like 70 degrees.
Sweaty.
Yeah. I think 70 degrees would be my max with this. Because otherwise, then the fuzz starts sticking to you and you're just miserable.
Yeah.
I do wear wool in the summer.
Yeah, I do too.
Because it has great wicking properties.
Breathable.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But not something that's so fuzzy.
Yeah. Because that's not as wicky.
No.
Not as wicky. So I've been knitting on worsted boxy.
Look at that.
I'm just about ready to divide for the front and back. Actually, I probably could do that, but I wanted something to work on.
Mm-hmm.
So wherever I am when we finish podcasting,
then you'll divide.
Then I will divide. It's definitely long enough.
Cool.
So I have lots of yarn, so I'm not really worried about
So
running
many
out.
people are doing some version of the boxy right now. I've seen a lot of them. But it's great. I mean, because if it's going to use up a lot of yarn, you know?
Yep.
And it's a fairly easy, straightforward, lots of stuck in it kind of knit.
Yeah. So. And I did rip back the other boxy, the fingering weight boxy. So I had knit.
Oh, that red, that kind of pretty deep red.
I had knit even less of that one than I thought. I really had only had like this much, and I was like, no, not feeling it. So I ripped it out, re-caked up the yarn. I have a couple ideas for what I can use that for.
Nice.
So it'll get used again. It was not working with like 400 stitches in the round and having to alternate skeins, and just it was never gonna be. So
yeah.
So I repurposed it.
Cool.
And so the only other thing I've been working on is I changed a shawl.
Oh
yeah. I've made some pretty good progress.
Awesome.
Guys. Pretty good progress.
I know whenever I keep seeing yours, I'm like, oh, I really want to work on mine.
I know.
It's pretty bright.
It is bright.
I'm not gonna jump up.
So for a little bit, I was like, maybe my gauge is really, really off, because this doesn't feel like it's gonna be that big. No, it's fine. It's gonna be big. So, okay. So what you do is you knit the center square first, which is what I've done, and then you knit in different patterns. There's 3 different sort of modular blocks that you knit, and then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So this is gonna be twice as long. So I've got the center done, section B done, section C is done, which is here. And I'm almost a third of the way through section D.
Nice. That's really cool. So, I love this texture stitch here.
Yeah, the different textured stitches are really cool. And they're not that hard.
Mm-hmm.
So I did go and weave in all the ends for this section, but I have not done it for that section yet.
I was doing some of mine part of the way through. Like I would do a few rows and then I'd go back and weave mine in.
Yeah. So I'm no longer worried that this is, because this will stretch out. And then it's going to be this much again on the other end. It's going to be massive.
Yeah, exactly.
Massive.
It's going to be really nice.
But I love the colors. I love the way it's coming together. It's very unique colors.
It is.
But I really like the way
I do too.
It's kind of blending together.
Yep. It really is. The colors are working so well together.
Did good.
Yep.
It's kind of a group effort here. Like, what should I do? I think one of these skeins is Kelly's. One of the colors is Kelly's. I think this one here was the one.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was the Legacy Fiber Arts, I think. Was that one?
Yep. I have there's 3 different Legacy Fiber Arts in here. So this one's Legacy Fiber Arts. I've got Golden Ticket in here. And then this one up here, I think
I was going to say that looked familiar.
Fragile, I think is what that one is.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it, a substantial portion of it was a kit with this colorway, and then 5 mini skeins, so I didn't have to supplement in a huge amount, which helped. And then I pulled some from Stash, and just like a couple skeins from skeins from Stash.
Mm-hmm.
And one of these other colorways, I think this one was like a one of a kind from like Needles Up, that was in like, or not Needles Up, from Indie Untangled, that was in the goodie bag one year. And so I just, it was just weird that everything kind of matched, and I went with it.
That's cool.
So
I like it. I think it's really fun.
Thank you. It's fun. I like to get it done because it's a huge amount of yarn used up.
Oh, I know.
And then I feel good. I'm like, I'm using Stash. I'm getting projects off my needles. If you guys have been on my project page at all lately, like I've been trying to clean it up, like adding finished pictures so I can mark stuff that's finished, like that green sweater that I knit like over a year ago.
That's right.
I never put a final picture in, so I hadn't marked it as finished object.
Uh-huh. I've done that too. Like, it doesn't feel finished until like I'm done with it.
And there was a couple of others that like I'm not working on, and I'm trying to decide what I want to do with the yarn, so I just hibernated them. Like, why are they up at the top?
I know.
Cluttering up my thing.
I had some like that, and there were some that I knew I was gonna frog, so I just put those like that they were frogged, and I haven't frogged them yet. Or I put them with like sleeping with the little Z's on it. So, because I knew that I was gonna, there weren't ones that I was actively working on, or so
so in terms of upcoming projects for me, I did get my yarn for Descent sweater. I can't remember if I talked about that.
You did. You mentioned that Chrissy from Fiber Stash was.
Yep. So she did it. She dropped off at the store because that's handy, and then I can just swing in and pick it up, and she sends me an invoice and I pay it in my. So I need to decide if I'm going to swatch or not. And I don't know. No good will come of me swatching.
Goodness gracious.
So I'm pretty excited, and I need to cake up some of the yarn she left caked. She messaged me and she was like, do you want me to skein this, or you're going to use this right away? And I was like, no, you can leave it caked. So it's caked.
Oh, nice.
Most of it's caked. The stuff that she had to specially dye is caked, and the stuff she had in stock is in a skein. So I need to cake that up. But I was kind of like, do I really want to have like 2 sweaters on the needles at the same time? And then I was like, of course I do.
What's 2 sweaters on the needle? I mean, come on.
What? And then Kayla and Hunter released another new Worsted Weight pattern that I totally want to make now because it's called Umpqua, and I was telling Kelly like that's named after a river from where I grew up, basically, in Oregon. So it's like now I have to make that. So I see a lot. We've all been in crazy sweater mode anyway.
Oh, while we're on Descent.
Oh yes.
We want to do a shout out to Christina.
Yes.
Thank you, Christina.
Thank you so much. Where did I put mine?
Mine's in my house.
Okay, mine's here. She sent us these super cool Descent collar pins.
Are they cool?
They cool? You can apparently find them at descentpins.com. So it's a enamel pin of the RBG collar that she wears when she delivers dissenting opinions in the Supreme Court. So it was awesome. So thank you, Christina.
That was super sweet. Yeah,
super sweet. She sent it with a really awesome note.
Oh my god, her note was fabulous.
Yeah.
We're not going to share that with you, but it was really sweet. It was
amazing, and we hope you can make it to Vermont sometime.
I know.
So,
that'd be fun.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yep.
Next week I'll hopefully have some acquisitions because the Harry Potter thing will show up, and I can bring it in and be like, look, I got put in this house by this thing. Hopefully it's Slytherin. That would be funny if it's not. I'm gonna laugh if it's not.
It's a yarn. It's a bag
in
yarn
and a bag, and I think there's some stitch markers. There's like a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's what I thought.
Maybe I think there's also like a yarn cozy keeper thing.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
So see.
Very cool.
Be fun. And then sort of beyond that, I don't really know. I'm all over the place for what I want to knit right now. I want to knit like all the sweaters, and I don't have sweater any time. I mean, maybe like one at a time over a couple of months. I had this like harebrained thought that I could knit Descent, and that I could knit. I'm thinking of knitting Ingalls. With some Legacy Fiber Arts DK that I have, and so I was emailing Chelsea about a contrast color, and I was like, I could totally finish that too before the retreat, because then we'd have samples. And I was like, what? You think you're gonna finish?
Know.
And I was like, and I'm gonna finish this one because it's out of Cece's wool, and she's gonna be there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have all these shop samples for these people, and I was like, yeah, maybe if you don't sleep for like the next month and a half.
Yeah,
maybe.
I know. It's so funny. So we've had we have quite a few sales reps coming if they haven't already come, and they always, they're showing me spring yarns. Some of them come in the fall to show us spring yarns, and some of them are kind of coming now, which is fine too, because then the yarns are available closer to shipping
in person.
Yeah. So I'm looking at a lot of spring yarns. And you get so energized. So we've got some really fabulous sales reps that are big time knitters, or they're also seeing a lot of what other shops are doing, and they're great about sharing, things that have been knit in certain yarns, so you can kind of see it, and it's really, really cool. And you're like, oh, I can knit that. I'm going to knit that. I'm going to knit that too. And I'm going to knit that. And we're going to have them on display. And we're going to have this. And we're going to do that. I know. And I'm just like, oh, I know. But you do. And then you just want to cast it all on. But,
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And we'll see if I can even get a hat done for the little stuffy this weekend. But I'm going to knit 3 sweaters.
But see, you're going to be like,
February.
I am so looking forward to a snow day. Really... because then I don't have to go anywhere. My house is pretty well stocked for food. I always have stuff in my house. I can always whip something up, which is nice. I try to stock basics so that I can. And, so, I don't know. I'm kind of looking forward to lots of snow.
Yeah. That'll be fun. I wouldn't mind it. Because I don't have to drive anywhere. Court doesn't close down for snow, so I have to go.
During the week,
I had to drive to Rutland on Wednesday.
Yeah.
When schools were closed. So, I'm excited about it coming on the weekend because.
Well, it would really back things up if courts were like, yeah, we're gonna take a snow day.
I mean, that Valentine's Day blizzard, they closed. There's been a couple times they've closed.
Yeah,
but
probably ice storm when we had that.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, because. Backs everything up. So there's that. Our retreat's coming up, guys.
Our retreat. Oh, we went to the space. What was it?
This last weekend.
Last weekend.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Saturday.
No, Saturday.
It was Saturday afternoon. Yeah. We went to the space, and I posted a few pictures on.
Kelly got to see it.
I know, I hadn't seen it yet. It's really cool because you drive like straight through Burlington, and then you turn off and you're just like in the woods, and you would never guess that like Burlington's like right over there. Yeah. Because there's a lake and then there's woods, and that's all you see.
Yeah. It's amazing.
So cool. Yeah. It's like this little hidden gem.
Absolutely.
And so I posted a couple pictures on Instagram, on the Muscle of Yarn Instagram page. Yep. So check it out there if you hadn't seen those yet. But I'll probably put them on the page for the actual retreat too, which it's sold out. We do still have a waiting list in case we have anybody that has to drop out, but we are full. And planning is going along fabulously. We're like 6 weeks away.
Yeah, don't do it.
I think we're 6 because it's past the middle of January now. We're just at the middle. So,
yep.
It's closing in fast. I can't believe it.
I know.
When we were planning it, it was just like,
so far.
Oh, we got so much time.
So we're, getting all the goodies together for everybody and finalizing.
I know, all the stuff's coming in, and it's so fun. We're like, oh, look at this. So excited. Yeah, we're doing some fun stuff for the goodie bags and door prizes, and yarn companies are doing stuff for us. So, yeah, it's fun.
Yep.
It's really fun. And I think everybody's getting excited about it. We keep getting messages and... we sent the survey. I finally got my act together and sent the survey out. Yeah. So we're getting that all nailed down. And marketplace and day passes are gonna go up probably towards the end of January or early February. Which is a little later than we had initially thought, but we wanted to make sure that we had our numbers the way they needed to be. Parking is somewhat limited.
So part of the delay is we're having to figure out how that's going to work with people coming to the facility, and so we had a couple more moving pieces than we anticipated, but we're trying to get that sorted out so we can accommodate as many people that want to come during the day for the marketplace. So just bear with us.
And it's a really narrow drive, so you have to be kind of careful going in and out. But it's so cool. It's really a cool place. So
I'm pretty excited. Can't wait. So we do have a discount on a pattern. That coupon code that was donated by Perry Wilson for the Feel of Wind on Water shawl. We've talked about that the last few episodes. So take a look at that.
We're just leaving it in show notes so that you guys won't forget it.
We get some prizes to give away.
Prizes.
We have we've two. Well, the Holiday Along closed a while ago, and then the Knitspiration Cal closed. I closed it just like an hour ago. So we've got some prizes to give away for the two of those. We still have the Color Palooza going on through the end of the month.
And then Anne's just gonna have to think of a new knit-along.
Yeah, I'm working on some things. I'm always working on some things.
She's always got stuff like churning in her brain.
Got something going on. So we'll stay tuned. Probably start up some new knit-alongs like February 1st is kind of what I'm thinking. Like let these kind of ride out, give everybody a little breather, and start some up again. Is maybe what I'm thinking. So cool. I don't know. Yeah. So we have prize for our holiday along. Let's do the holiday along first.
Okay.
So in our holiday along, we did, there was the chatter and finish objects thread all together. So we are doing one just random number generator prize and then one podcaster's choice prize. So which one should we do first? Let's do the random number generator prize, because that's this one.
Yep.
Okay.
That's that one.
So a random...
We were getting this lovely...
fantastic bag.
Project bag.
That was made by Kelly's mom. Along with... This was one of our Seasons of Vermont yarns. This is the Fuse Fiber Studio.
Oh, her yarn is so beautiful.
Yes. In the beautiful Green Mountain Majesties colorway. So this lovely prize is going to our random number,
which was 220. Post
number 220. And did we decide?
I think it's Moez crochet.
Moez crochet.
I think it's Moez. It looks like Mo's, but the M-O is capital, and I think it's Moez.
So from Iowa.
From Iowa.
And if we totally butchered that,
yeah, I know.
Please let us know.
Yeah. Because we like to, know, so that, next time you win something from us, we can say it properly.
Yes. So she's a crocheter.
Yep. I think I'm pretty sure she knits too, looking at some of her other projects.
Yeah.
She looks like she's a knitter and crocheter, so that's
cool.
Very cool. Yeah.
Cool. Does both crafts, and she had, I'm trying to remember, that post was for a
charity hat.
Charity hat.
Yeah, which is cool.
We had a lot of people posting that they do a lot of charity knitting and crocheting during the holidays, which is awesome.
And that to them is what is, the holidays are about, which is so sweet.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we have this awesome prize
Yes.
that we would love to send you. So please send Kelly or I your mailing address. Either ping us through Ravelry in
or
a private
Instagram
message
or whatever works for you.
Email
Yep.
hello@muscleofyarn.com, and
Yep.
we would love to get this prize out into the mail
Yeah.
to you quickly.
Yep.
So congratulations.
Yay! And thanks for knitting along with
Yes,
us.
thank you for playing along. That was a fun one.
That was fun.
We should make that more of like one of our annual ones, along with
Yeah.
some of these other we've had a couple this fall that I think we're gonna keep on the schedule
Yeah.
for a while. So
Yeah.
so the podcaster's choice out of this one.
Yes.
So
And Anne I loved her reasoning behind the podcaster's choice.
okay. So we're gonna send this. So this is a Ella Ray Merino DK, and this pretty purple, and the sugar bush drizzled. There's a ton of like hat and different patterns that are available to knit these together, or crochet them together, I suppose, if you really wanted to. But we thought they went really well
And
together.
just like, it's if you really
If
want
you
to. I
have
mean,
to.
I don't know why you'd want to crochet.
I'd knit it together. I'd make like a Kobu hat or something like that. You could even use it as the color work portion of the Ingalls sweater. So for the counter color, if you have a main color that this would work with. So this is going to go to post number 60, who's Marsha Westy. So Marsha posted the Chex Mix, which she called I needed to bring the post up, but anyway, so it's her grandmother's recipe. Mother's. I need to look this up. I'm just botching this like left and right. What is this? Oh, I don't know. This lady doesn't know what she's talking about. Let me just go get the correct information. It's not hard. I should have done this to begin with. But the reason why I love this post so much is what happened
It reflected the spirit of the holidays and like community that we've worked to build. And
because part of what happened was somebody said, hey, do you mind sharing the recipe? Because that is so cool. And she graciously shared the recipe, and then other people were like, I made it and it was great. And it was just this whole back and forth. And it just to me said, this is what the holidays is about. Okay, so her post says, not your usual Chex Mix, but my grandma's nuts and bolts. Okay, see, so I was her grandmother's. That you mix together all this stuff, you bake it for like 2 hours. It's the official start of the holidays for her and her family, and that she's passed it on to her kids and her family, siblings and kids. So I love that, and then I just loved the sort of cascading effect of people asking for the recipe and then making it and just being really super excited. So, so Marsha, this one's yours. So, congratulations.
Yay! And thanks for sharing your recipe.
Thank you for sharing your recipe, because I'm going to make that. Maybe I'll do it this weekend, because that would be a good, like, hey,
sit around
outside. Everybody loves Chex Mix. Like, it's great. So
get in contact with us.
Yes.
Same ways.
Yep.
Whichever ways.
Yep. And we will get this in the mail. Get this in the mail to you.
Yep.
So, yay! And then
last but not least,
the Knitspiration hat, which was like my last minute knit along, because I was knitting like 70 of these hats. No, I knit 3 of them in about a week and a half. So I turned it into a knit along, because one does that when you're me, apparently. Asked me about the Instagram back and forth with Jen about doing a descent spinner cow. It might just be the 2 of us participating in that one. All right, this is just getting off the rails here. All right, so the Knitspiration knit along. So we had this great little felt bag, a little needle minder. It was made by my mom from it was our summer seasons of Vermont.
I think so.
And then some great little stitch markers, that were also part of one of our seasons of Vermont.
Yeah.
So these were from the Sexy Knitter. They're little origami
stars,
yeah, and they're super cool.
Really cute, and they come in a little cute vial.
Yeah, nice little tube.
Yeah.
Little tube. So this awesome little kit is hopefully going to go home to The Wool.
Post number 2
in Texas. So congratulations.
Yeah. Thanks for getting along with us.
So thank you everybody for participating.
Mm-hmm.
And let us know your address so we can get this stuff in the mail to you.
Reach out to us.
Yeah.
And we'll zip it right along to you.
Yeah. So that's, yay, prizes. Fun time. So
it's fun.
So I think the only other thing that I wanted to comment on is if anybody's seen the stuff that's been going on Instagram regarding race
and everywhere else.
Yeah, and now it's everywhere else. Race in the knitting and fiber communities. I would encourage everybody to go take a look. Casey opened a thread on Ravelry. It's right on the homepage. And I would encourage everybody to just go take a read. There's a lot of really good resources there. And I think as a community, we can be better at listening and be better at promoting each other.
Yeah.
And I've been impressed with the number of resources that are in that thread and the things that are interesting to read, and I'm learning a lot.
Yeah. And if we can all learn something from it, I think that's huge.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
And, you know, you always hope that people will take this as a good experience, and, you know, I know there's been a lot of negativity towards it too, but and your gut reaction when it feels almost like it's an attack, but it's not, is to be like, what? Wait a minute. But it's not, and I've actually learned a lot from it.
I have too.
And I haven't even gone and looked at a lot of the other resources, but it's eye-opening, and I want to listen, and I want to hear what people have to say.
Yep.
And I do hope people are kind about, you know, their comments, but obviously, you know, a lot of people have been hurt over time too. So, you know, I expect to see some emotion, which is understandable.
Yeah. But I'm appreciative of the places now where we can find resources and find information, because for me, just being able to learn more, I'm always wanting to learn more and be better. So I've been working my way through the thread on Ravelry, and have found it very helpful. So I'd encourage you, if it's something you would like to take a look at, to go take a read. And I kind of want to just throw that in at the end a little bit.
We're not going to go into a depth on the podcast.
There's lots of places out there where that's been done.
Yeah.
And I think you can find a lot of those from the Ravelry thread. Casey and Jess have done an amazing job of sort of compiling the information, the post that started it, the response to it, some of the other people's stories along the way. So it's very easy for people to have the information. So that's probably where I would recommend.
Yeah. And we didn't want to not say anything about it, because it's touched every corner of the community. So, but we did want to let you know that there are some really great resources and stories and people talking about it. So, we just kind of want to pass that along.
I have, found some new Instagram accounts to follow.
I know, me
some
too.
New designers to follow. Some new companies to think about supporting, and so I think that's
a great thing.
Great.
Yeah,
great. More resources, and if we can help just promote each other, like that's part of the job here.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
Yeah. So anyway, maybe we should have started with that. I don't know. We'll end with it.
Except for now they have our outtakes to watch.
That's true. You can watch Kelly and I be ridiculous in the outtakes. Actually, maybe ridiculous. No, we're fine.
I think we were more ridiculous at the beginning of the episode than we even were in outtakes.
Oh my god. I know. Anyway. So that's all I got. That's all I got at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything else.
Okay.
At this time.
Yeah.
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
Because I haven't been knitting.
I know. But we're still over an hour.
I'm getting stronger though.
Yay! You doing
know.
some exercises?
Well, I'm not doing like any strengthening yet.
No.
That's probably gonna be starting next week.
Okay.
I'm still doing kind of the isometric
Got it.
positioning stuff.
Got it.
So
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
Come along. I'll be better than ever when I come back from it. So.
You're like, I'm gonna have a bionic thumb now.
Except for then I'm gonna be so excited to be knitting. I'm gonna like fall back into bad habits or something, and I'll have to be like, oh no.
Yep. No, can't do that.
Slow down.
Slow down. Put the knitting needles down, lady.
I know. So it's okay.
Yes. And so, also in the outtakes is Kelly and I discussing our schedule for like the next month.
Wait, I can do this week. I can't do that week. Oh wait.
Well, let's just deal with this right now, so we know. So, unless something really drastically changes,
We actually have it on the calendar for next week.
yep, we are all set.
Yep.
So I guess with that,
You'll see us next week.
we will see you
Oh
all next
no!
week. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you to all of our returning viewers, people who have been with us since the very gory beginning.
Are we coming up? We're coming up on 3 years in April
Yeah, 3 years.
of podcasting.
I know. Isn't that amazing?
The store's going on 3.5.
I know. So, thank you for all of our longtime viewers. Thank you for all of our new viewers.
Isn't that great? 3.5?
I know.
Or, well, 3.
Yeah,
3.
I know.
That's just,
I know.
it doesn't seem possible.
I know, except that I measure time by the age of my kids when certain
I
things
know,
happen.
that's
And we
true.
opened the store when I was pregnant with Abigail. And she's going to be 3 in June. So
That's right.
if you want to see a very pregnant me, go back and watch some of the early episodes.
It's really funny looking at some of the really early episodes. I was like, oh my god.
I haven't gone back and watched them for a while. I probably should. They're probably funny. Are they funny? Because we're just like, oh my god, what are we doing?
I don't know if we're any better now than we were then. I think we're more relaxed.
Remember the whiteboard? We thought that was going to solve our problems. Whiteboard did not help. All we were like was like, I can't read the whiteboard. We were podcasting in like the back room dungeon. We tried to like bring all these like lights to make it more
We did,
natural.
because it was so dark back there. And then we're finally like, we're just going to do this
podcast
in
at
the
the
back
store.
room and where it's pretty.
Yeah,
and
it was way better.
It was so much better.
So
The
much
light
better.
was so much better.
Much better.
And then we had to work through a bunch of sound issues. Oh my gosh. Knock on wood. There's some wood here somewhere.
I think we figured out the sound issue.
I think we kind of
the
have.
microphone temperamentalness.
Let's hope it stays good for this episode and all future episodes.
Because literally, if there's no sound for this, I'm putting it up and you guys can just guess. After I get done crying, I will just post it up and be like, sorry.
We'll just look like mimes.
Yeah. Be like a whole hour of silence. Actually, that would be funny. Hour of silence with just Kelly and Angela.
Oh my gosh. We could just like type some really hilarious captions. We could be like, oh, and here Ange said this. Not really. Wouldn't that be funny?
I would be. So here's our outtakes, not outtakes. Stay tuned for the real outtakes.
Right. Because I can't shut up today.
Good times. Just making everybody laugh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, all right.
Thank you guys so much for watching and putting up with our nonsense and shenanigans.
Exactly.
And we will see you guys next week.
Yes.
Bye.
So, Gage, I need to make Gage a new hat.
Seasonal hat.
More wintry, less Christmassy type hat.
Snowflake. since we're going to get a ton of snow.
Oh my God. It's a bad time when the weather people are like, yeah, we're following this event. We really don't know what to tell
They're
you
not
right
predicting any snowfall amounts yet. Well,
No,
they're sort of like
other than
1 foot to 1 to 2 feet.
It's going to be more than 6 inches.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we can tell you for sure. It's going to be more than 6 inches. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about this part in the outtakes because we'll get to the fun shenanigans in them. So here's my black and here's my silver, right? So I have sparkle silver, but the next Leviosa hat has Miss Slytherin, and I'm gonna wear it proudly. So I was going through stash. If I decide to go with the creative, I'm gonna do this. It's a teal, but it's a dark teal and it has sparkles. I don't think it's quite green enough.
Is this from like 3 years ago?
Yeah.
When we both did the...
Yeah. Well, and here's the other two that I bought. The Canon hand dyes. Yeah. Yeah, I've been stash diving, guys. I pulled this one out, but I think it's too piney. Or too... Not as... I don't know. I view this Slytherin as being more emerald-y. I don't know.
I told her she could have creative license.
I know. I might go with this one, because with those three together, that actually looks pretty close. So the black would be the little... And the green would really... I think,
you can show it. This is going to be outtakes, so...
So the green would just be this part here. It's not going to be very much, because this, the red on this one I would do in the black. And
so it's going to be mostly silver and black. With a little bit of green.
Right, which is why I was like, well, maybe I would do this with the creative license. So that was an option. I also found this one. This one is too... That one's not
There's too
the
much
right
yellow
shade.
in it.
Yeah, it's not the right shade at all. So I don't know. I kind of see the color in my head, and I don't really see it anywhere in person.
You know what it's like? We have people looking for it sometimes. Actually, I don't know if you're gonna hate that. No, yeah, I think you would. Is the green from the Eagles?
Yeah, it's similar
Eagles
to that.
green. That's a tough color because we have people coming in and looking for that sometimes. And it is kind of it's a hard color. It's kind of an in between.
Might I suggest a different team?
Yeah, well, you know.
What are you gonna do? I think I might go with this combo, because the green really is not going to be a huge portion. It's more going to be silver and black.
Yeah, because that is going to be where that gold is,
really
right?
Tiny.
So
yeah,
that's just a little.
Because I think this needs to be black, and I want a lot of sparkles, so it makes sense to make that the background. I think I'll probably do.
Either way is fine.
Yeah, I think this.
I like them both.
This 3 would be fine. I think.
I agree.
That's probably what it's going to be. All right. Well, I will put it. None of the yarns wound, or I could cast this project on, but because I would need to start with the black, and it's not wound. I will do that later, since apparently I'm going to be housebound this weekend because of a snowstorm. Oh well. At least if it's just snow, I can send the kids outside and be like, go play in the snow.
Yep.
Whereas when it's like 0 degrees outside, it's kind of hard to do that.
Except it's supposed to temperature's supposed to plummet. It's supposed to be like a high of 10.
Why? They're killing me.
I know. Like on Sunday, and then Monday, it's supposed to be like a high of -1 with wind chills of like 23 below. Yeah, so it's like winter's coming, like all at once. We're going to get dumped on, and it's going to be really cold.
You know, this is totally January weather, though. Like,
Yeah.
that's sort of normal January weather.
Yeah, and I mean, we've had a few cold days this week, but up until then, December was pretty decent.
Last weekend was really cold.
Yeah.
It was not.
It was cold.
Kids are climbing the walls because they can't get outside as much as normal. It's too cold. So. Yay.
You could bring them up here to the store after hours and just let them run around.
I might.
Just go, run!
I might. Except that younger one likes to pull stuff off the shelf. She's a yarn flinger. Oh well. Yeah, that's Yeah. So we're back. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys, that we're back.
Sorry that we're back. Sorry you have to put up with us again. We know you missed us last week. My schedule just...
Her calendar went...
Let's just leave it at that. So, for anybody that's new, now that we're talking about it at the end of the podcast, if you stayed this long, and if you're new to the podcast, I am a practicing attorney. And that's what I do for my day job when I'm not here podcasting on Thursday afternoons.
Mm-hmm. And our outtakes are actually, like, pre-takes.
Yeah. Yeah, this is where we get all of our goofy out. And then we start the legit podcast.
We catch up because, we haven't seen each other in, 2 weeks. So.
Yeah, though everybody loved the more relaxed format with just the chit-chatty. So maybe we'll just have to keep that up.
It's fun, too.
So anyway, last week was just a convergence of schools being closed, court schedule. My paralegal was out with the stomach virus for 3 days.
Oh, no.
And so it wasn't going to happen. So, sorry.
Yeah.
Just sometimes. I just, I go in every week thinking, yep, I'm going to pull it off this week. And just couldn't. So, something had to give.
Yep.
And it was the podcast last week.
Yeah. You wouldn't have wanted her to
not
be on a podcast last week.
No.
Poor thing.
No. It would have been really ugly for everybody.
I would have been sitting like,
okay.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no. But it's okay. We're back. And I've looked at my schedule. We might have to shuffle around the time that we record, but we should be good to go for the next few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
We've got a sales rep coming next week.
Okay, well, we won't do it here, but we'll
look at calendars.
We'll look at calendars.
Yeah.
If we have to podcast a day early, we have to podcast a day early. Right. That might be what we end up having to do. Yeah, I don't know actually, let's just look. Whatever. Let's just look, because then we can sort it out, and then we can make the announcement here, and then we don't have next week. Nope, next week I'm fine. Nope, that one's fine. Why did I think that there was a Thursday coming up that I was like, oh, it's not till the 14th of February.
Valentine's
Day. We might need to do the morning for that one. See, I'm so far ahead.
That's our sales rep for next week. So.
Oh, you know what? I did know that. Do I need to come in the morning?
Probably.
Okay.
If you're available.
Let me look. Totally. I am. So I'm just going to move that to the morning. What works for you? I'm totally flexible.
Anything. She's not, I don't know exactly when she's coming. So we could do 9. We can do 10.
Do you want to do 10?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll put it on the calendar.
Okay. All right. So we're good to go next week. I will just come early, which is fine. Totally fine. And then I think we're pretty good sailing for the next few weeks till the 14th.
Cool.
Okay, cool beans.
There. Now we're on the calendar.
Cool beans. All right. Good. Now we got that squared away.
If I didn't have the calendar on my phone,
I'd be in trouble.
I would miss so many things.
People are always like, when I go to reschedule or make appointments, when I'm leaving one appointment, and they're like, do you want a card? And I'm like, no, I'm just going to lose it. It's in my phone. And if my phone ever breaks, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, because even if I take a card, then I'll put it on my calendar anyway, so it's easier for me to do it right then while I'm standing there.
Yep, and then not take a card, and I have one less thing that's in my bag.
Yep.
Because then I clean out my bag and I find cards from I don't know, a year ago. I'm like, yeah, I probably don't need that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I haven't knit in 3 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
I
haven't killed anybody yet.
That's amazing. Good job.
I've knit a little bit, but mostly just if customers come in and they have a quick thing that they need help with. But
So what you're telling me is we need to do a lot of chit-chatting.
You're carrying this whole show.
I'm carrying it with, okay, well, it's a good thing I've been burning the midnight oil. No, I'm just kidding.
It's not that I can't, but it's just really frustrating right now.
Oh.
Because I feel so slow and awkward.
I apparently am working on projects that take a really long time.
Yeah.
I went through the hat phase, and so I was used to finishing, like, getting, like, 2 or 3 things finished a week, and now I've just, like, I know I've been doing a lot of knitting, and I went to go list my finished objects, and all I had was the Leviosa hat, and I was like, no, that can't be right. And then I was like, no, that is right, because the other stuff you're working on is, like, huge. Like boxy. But look, that's a lot of stockinette.
That is a lot.
I'm about ready to divide. I think I'm pretty close to 19 inches, and so I was waffling whether I was going to do 19 or 20 inches. So what I might just do is knit for this podcast, and whatever length that is, just do it. Be like, it's fine. Because I'm not going to count off stitches while we're podcasting, because what could possibly go wrong? No, like everything.
How many did I say I counted?
Right, I know.
What number was I
I
at?
have to count over 100, so
yeah.
it's better left for when my kids are at home yelling and making noise.
Oh,
It's amazing what I can tune out now.
Yeah. Oh boy.
I know, right? So, all right. Shall we get this going?
Might as well.
Might as well. Okay.